First Gibson, welcome to my founder project. And in this project, I'll design and configure an Ubuntu Linux server running on Amazon EC2 to support promised land organizational needs. The server is configured as a centralized file server using Samba with dedicated storage department-based user and group control, file permission, and ACLS for additional access control. So now let's see what we have here. Here we are, Amazon support. So next we're going to so in here we are going to see the storage allocation. I will be demonstrating the storage configuration. Additional storage was configured using the VM in the format with EFS. The resulting local volume is used for the promised land shared data directory. So here we are. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Here is it. Here's the file. So our next step is I'm going to verify that that data mounted using the DFH, the RV share logical volume is mounted at data with approximately 906 megabit available. This confirms that the dedicated storage is accessible and ready for promised land file sharing environment. So as you can see here we have our volume is mounted at the data with 906 megabit available. This confirms that the dedicated storage is accessible and ready for the promised land file sharing environment. Our next step is we are going on to user and group. We're going to user and group. Oh no, hold on. Our data was formatted using this. Indeed, here they are. So now, our next, we are going to user group. Okay. So now this Phil is member of the engineering and application group. So Phil is a member of the RT and engineering group and has a membership in the application department group. The group-based design allow access to be as assigned according to job responsibility rather than granting permissions individually. So now we'll go to carry. Let's add the carry. Okay. Carry is assigned to the leadership group rather than giving her restriction, rather than giving your unrestricted ownership of the departmental directories. I use ACL to provide control re-access where required. This follow the principle of least privilege. Next, departmental group. Let's go to departmental group. Okay. Departmental responsibility allow permission to manage according to the organizational responsibility. Now we move to group ops. Group ops. Separating departments into group makes it easier to apply consistent access control and while maintain the principle of least privilege. Now we move to application group. This application group. The application group is Grid Apps and Field is member of this group. It provides the group-based authorization used for the application department share. As you can see, Field is there. Field is in the apps department group. So now get to the CRM group. The CRM group has its own dedicated landlord group. Access to the department is controlled through the group membership and additional ACL value we configure for leadership access. So this is specifically for leadership access. So now let's go to leadership group. Okay, the leadership group is a group leadership and Kerry is a member. Leadership access is handled separately from the departmental groups, allowing me to give carrier control access through ACLs rather than unrestricted departmental permission. You can see Carrie is in the leadership group and she's part of the leader. So let's our next. So now we're going to permission and leadership. Now our next our next step you will have to do with each departmental directory is owned by a root and assigned to its corresponding department group. The 770 permission structure gives the ownership and authorized group full access while denying access to others. The plus sign indicates that additional ACL rules are applied. Let's see what we have here. Okay, as you can see here, everyone has their own rights, application, the CRM, the FRA, and the ops. So we are moving forward. We don't have time in our favor, we are working in time frame. Okay. Now, what you see here is the infrastructure directory uses an ACL to give carrier read and execute access. We're all giving her right permission. The infrastructure group retain full read, write, and execute access, while other users have no access. This demonstrates the principle of least privilege. Carrier can read, enter, traverse the directory, but cannot modify the directory. So let's move next to what we have here. Lecture field. So we're going to enter the password to fit to authenticate. Okay, now we're in the directory. Let's see if we can access some file here. If you can access application file because he's meant to be there. Yes, it's granted. Let's list them. Okay, as you can see. So now let's go to. So now we're going to exit from here from field. And then we are going to do the same here for curry. Okay, let's enter to bring carry permission. Okay, carry accessible. So let's see what we have for carry here. Okay, okay, carry can also access this. So now, so worker can also access the directory. So now let's exit and go to our next here. Now what you are seeing here, detail order, Simba server is enabled and currently active. The status report that the SMBD is ready for server connections. The service log also show successful session for the authorized user. Field and carry confirm that the file server is operational. So here's it. Simba is running and active. So so we are going to make sure that Simba is configured properly. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, Simba is running. We now validate that Simba configuration using test prem. The check the configuration file. This check configuration file for error in display. The effective Simba configuration is okay. So Simba is fully functional. So now let's go to MOT. It's another part of the project, very essential. Okay, here's a warning. I will now, yeah, as you can see, it's running, it's active. There's a warning, promised land data center authorized access only. So now let's go to the schedule. All right. I also configure a root cron job to schedule reboot, a system reboot every 2 years. I will now display the reboot. As you can see, it's here. So the system will reboot. The root cron contains a schedule retax. It's check the year and perform the reboot only when the year is even, effectively making the reboot occur every 2 years on January 1st at 3 o'clock a.m. January 1st, 3 o'clock a.m. Here's the time download. So let's go to application update. This part of a security measure. As a server administrator, you want to make sure your server is up to date. Every other application that you're running are all up to date. As you can see, all of my apps are up to date. Let's just verify just in case there's something that needs to be updated, and we are going to do it. So all the all respiratory. Okay. File packages. Not this is an error. This means that it cannot be for now. It's the time for it. Now let's move to the CLR package. Let's move to the CLR package to see if it is configured and is running as well. So now let's check it out. Okay. Okay. For this command line, require I install discuss a command line disk usage utility. I will first that the package is installed. As you can see, the package is installed. So the package is now installed. So I will now execute the package to verify that it's functional and running. So the first command was the configuration, and this one is to verify that is operation. Okay, everything is online, everything is working good. Now our next step is the SLS security, which is very important to this project. So let's see what we have here. SLS security. Before execute, I also have my SSH by disabling password-based authorization and using public key authentication. I will verify the effective SSH configuration now. So let's see what we have. Okay, here we are. Now, SSH is hard denied by disabling password authentication and enabling public key authentication. Root password login is also prohibited. This reduces the risk of password-based attack and supports secure administrative access. Let's move straight to a firewall configuration. No time. Firewall configuration. Now let's check our firewall starter. Okay, to my instructors and grader, I, I recorded this video before in order for something it disappear. This is my second one. It's kind of very hectic for me. I configured all the firewall before, so I don't know. I can't do that now, so I'll just go to the point to time for the assignment. So you see, it will be active. Okay, as you can see here, it's active because I configured them before. I did a video before, and it took me a 3 hour checking for my computer. I didn't see it, so I had to do new recording. So here the command I use. Here they are inbound. So just what I wanted to say. That's it. Everything is configured. The SLA is allowed because if I would have disabled before, I couldn't have access to redo this assignment, this recording. So I set I set the incoming policy to deny, which means unsolicited inbound connection will be blocked unless specifically allowed. Allow outgoing traffic. I also allow outgoing. Yes, outgoing connection are allowed so that the server can communicate with require external services and retrieve updates. I also allow SLAs, like I said before, I am allow SLA so that I can continue security and administering the AWS EC2 server. Because this server provides the promised land Simba file server, I am allowing the Simba service through the firewall. So that's why I say most of the things we allow it there for a reason. So I'm sorry. Thank you for watching this video. I know my explanation is not quite good, but we are all still in the learning process and are hoping to improve on it every day as we practice. Thank you to all the instructor, thank you to all the creator for your time, your effort and time and sacrifices help achieve a lot in this term. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. See you again when we see.